Hey, Dave here from BOgear, and this here is our BullPup backpack. We can customise this. As bag envy enablers, we can customise this to your exact needs. So what exactly are all the customisation options and how do they look on the actual BullPup backpack? Got a list here, work my way through them, and I hope I won't forget any. But let's start with the basic and the most obvious ones. So they would be the colours. So you can change the exterior colour. So that's at the moment is the black, the outside that you can see. You can change the webbing colour, which is these lines of webbing here, the handle and the side clipping webbing. And you can also change the bar tack colour. So that's the vertical lines here, which is the triple stitch with a zigzag over the top. You can also change the interior colour, which is not visible on the BullPup unless you actually open it up and have a look inside the bag. So that's the exterior, the webbing, the bar tack, and the interior colours. As upgrades, what you can do is you can start to add colour features through zip paracord. So paracord attaches onto the zip pulls, so the two exterior ones, this front one here, and the two on the inside mesh pocket. And it just gives you that little bit of splash of colour for a visual look, but also a bit of a hand feel, so you've got something bigger to grab hold of to make the zips easier to open and close. While on the topic of zips, the zips we use for the main opening are number 10 YKK, and we can substitute those out for the lockable zips. So they'd be a padlockable zip, so you can actually physically padlock your zip pulls together. Continuing on with the aesthetics of the bag, we can also put a line of patch panel here on the front of the bag, and that basically allows you to grab a patch and slap it on easily without having to stitch through the bag. In addition to that, we have a line of reflective tape down the bottom here, and that can be substituted out, so we can completely remove it if you like, or we can substitute it out, remove it, and add an extra line of clipping webbing. So at standard we have 4 lines of clipping, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can substitute that out to put an extra line there. While on the topic of clipping webbing, we can actually remove these 4 lines, in fact all of it on the front panel there, and that's what's known as a nude bag. So that strips off all this sort of military looking features and makes it very clean and sleek and almost timeless. So that would be what's known as a nude BullPup. The other feature that we can do is a wrapped handle. So at the moment the handle is a 25mm strip of webbing, but if you're going to be carrying the bag for a long period of time, or imagine that hand carry is something you're going to be doing a lot of, you may want to consider the wrapped handle upgrade. So the wrapped handle is a 50mm strip of webbing across the top here, which wraps around the 25mm. So it gives you that softer hand feel, a little bit stiffer, but softer in the hand. So it starts off wide at 50mm, tapers down to 25mm, and then widens back out. It just gives that hand comfort carry. So if you ever want to carry it in your hand. Okay, so now we get on to some more of the clipping webbing. So clipping webbing, like I said, is these 4 lines here. We have a couple of different options to give you more ability to carry things on your pack. So what we can add on would be vertical side clipping webbing, which would be a line of clipping webbing down the side here and a line of clipping webbing down the side here. And so that is really useful for carrying long items. So if you wanted to, for example, carry a rope, you sling it over the top and then you can tie it down onto those clipping points. If you want to carry a tripod, for example, you can tie it onto those points. If you want to carry a drink bottle but you don't want to get the drink bottle pocket upgrade, you can put those on. That's the vertical side clipping webbing. And then the other option that you can get is the base clipping webbing. So the base clipping webbing puts 2 lines of clipping webbing across the base here. And so that would be really useful for carrying lightweight items or things that you don't really need to access quickly. So an example of that would be something like a camp mat when you're going for a hike, or a jumper, just in case you get cold. So that there's the base clipping webbing. Now, tying in with those, we have the compression. So at the moment we've got the side compression here, which is single, so it's 1, 2, a single line. You can also get the dual side compression, which would put an extra line of clipping webbing, an extra line of compression there, an extra line of compression there. So it's between the 2 bottom strips. So that would be there, 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 and there. So 4 physical buckles for compressing down your bag. Now that's really good for attaching extra long items. So if you don't want to go the vertical side clipping webbing, you can actually just put on the compression to lash things down onto the side. So you can have the dual, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You can have the single, 1, 2, or you can completely strip it off for ease of access to allow you to rip open the bag quickly and easily. 2 extra features, 2 on the list, yep, 2 left. So fully lined. So at the moment, the bag is what we call water resistant. The reason for that is the cordura, which is the main exterior fabric, can wet out over time and allow, this is half an hour, 45 minutes, a little bit of dampness to seep into your bag. What you can do is go the fully lined option, which would put extra lining on the inside around the zip border. So at the moment, it's lined on the front wall where the mesh pockets are, and it's lined on the back wall where the rear pleated pocket is. We can also put lining around the zip border, which basically makes this a fully lined bag, hides all the seams, and also makes it more weatherproof. Adds a little bit of weight, but it gives you that little bit of peace of mind just in case you're going through some rainy area. Now the other one we have, which is a relatively new feature upgrade, is dual drink bottle pockets. So dual drink bottle pockets puts a drink bottle pocket here and drink bottle pocket here. It is a pattern change, which means that the bag will no longer be able to open up clamshell. So at the moment, the zip runs all the way around the entire bag, and you can actually peel it open completely. When you put the zip, when you put the drink bottle pockets on, the zip will roughly finish round about there, so roughly halfway up the bag. And what that means is you can only open up the zip from side to side. So it gives you this sort of tub at the bottom of the bag, and in addition it gives you that ability to stash extra things on the outside in those pockets. Now those pockets are made from the same mesh that's used on the inside mesh pockets of our bag. So it's a HD mesh, it's highly abrasion resistant, it's actually military grade fabric, and it'll last just as long, if not longer, than the actual cordura exterior fabric itself. So I'm Dave from BOgear, and that's all the custom features that you can get on your BullPup, and we'd love to build one for you. So have a look through, see what other past examples we've got on the website, and let's get something rolling for you. Cheers.